everybody. I was chatting with Nikki right before it went live. So you might have caught me in mid-word. Welcome, everybody. We are super excited. I say super excited all the time, but I am super excited. We are at our last event of 2021 for our Unveiled Beauty Holding Hands series, and we are thrilled to announce and mostly introduce you, because she'll become a friend of yours too, one of our co-hosts for our final event of the year. Before I do that, before I introduce you to this beautiful woman sitting beside me, I want to share with you a little bit about Lisa Harris and Company, and if you've never seen me before, a little bit about me. So my name is Lisa Harris. I am an author, a storyteller, and a narrative coach. I'm also the CEO and founder of Lisa Harris and Company. We are a personal development and coaching business that connects, guides, and transforms women's lives through the power of storytelling. And I'm really excited to announce our final event of the year. I can't believe it. It's already November. And our final event is this Thursday, November 11, from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we are going to be talking about motherhood. So this event is called Motherhood, From Birth to Infinity. And for those of you who are new to Lisa Harris and Company, back in 2020, we expanded our online events to include topics that were really important to women. And many of the topics that we shared throughout 2021 were topics that most of the women came to me to really unravel and to understand. And it was really the root of a lot of their stories. So that is why we're talking about motherhood here at the end of 2021. So I'm excited to introduce you to one of our co-hosts. So we have 24 co-hosts this year who have led the conversations throughout the year. And our next co-host, I have known, oh my goodness, for a long time.
Yeah, since you just had started.
Yeah, we met. I was looking back. We actually met in 2016 before I launched my book.
Yep.
We met at a fashion show that we both came to by ourselves.
That's right. Sat next to each other.
Yeah. We sat right next to each other.
Yeah.
And so to those of you out there who haven't met Nikki, I would love for you to meet her now. So Nikki, can you please, everything formally says Nicole. So if you're following, it says Nicole Scanlon, but I know her as Nikki. And so Nikki, I would love for you to tell our audience a little bit about you, professionally or personally, whatever you feel comfortable with, so they can get to know you a little bit before they attend our event.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Lisa. And I'm excited to be a co-host. I signed up to become a co-host well over a year ago, when I wasn't really sure what this is to become. And my life was different. I had an infant at home, and I wasn't yet pregnant. And now I am 4 weeks out to having another little one, and I have almost a 2-year-old at home. So lots has changed, but I think it's perfect for the topic at hand here. So going back, Nikki Scanlon, professionally, I'll just kind of give a quick professional, and I think personal is probably a little bit more relevant here, but professionally, I'm a financial advisor at Olson Wealth Group. Prior to this, I was an estate planning attorney and family law attorney for about 7 years, had my own practice, then sold it to another law firm, and then joined wealth management. So I work with clients, large and small, with managing their wealth, as well as talking about deeper conversations around family giving and charitable giving, and planning around, specifically right now, we're really focused on creating a family mission statement within our families. So I love my job. I love what I do, but probably more important to this in particular is my personal life. So I have, especially as this is a motherhood event, have a little almost 2-year-old at home, Penelope. We call her Poppy.
Oh.
And I have another little one on the way, due in about 4 weeks max. So a couple months ago, I was like, well, I'll be lucky to get to this event, but I will be there on Thursday. So unless something happens in the next 48 hours.
Right.
Yes. So, and my husband and I live in Linden Hills, and yeah, we're just starting a new family and having fun with all of the things that come with being new parents. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
been fun.
I love that. I know it's funny when I think back to when we first met and how our lives are so different.
Yes.
From just, gosh, just 5, 6 years ago. You have your little family and your daughter and a little one on the way, and a lot changes, right?
Yes.
A lot changes. And so, talking about motherhood a little bit, I remember the days when I was sitting in your shoes, with my daughter being the same age as Poppy and being pregnant as well. I think my kids are probably about the same years apart as yours will be.
Yeah.
And I remember those days. Like many of the women on my platform, you are a high achieving, ambitious, working mom. And so this topic definitely brings up a lot of emotions. And I really want our audience to, the attendees who come, to really feel open that they can explore some of their fears and some of their joys about motherhood. And so for you, can you maybe share with our audience a little bit about what maybe you're excited about talking about, or maybe some of the things that you want to bring to light with the women that we're going to be sharing space with this Thursday?
Yeah, I think what I'm excited to talk about was what initially drew me into the event at the beginning, I think, and that is, so kind of just going back to my professional career. I mean, I had really defined myself and really high achiever, kind of gregarious, just really considered myself a career person, and I still do, but the shift that happens when becoming a mom is something that no one can prepare you for, and I wasn't prepared for. So just that shift of priorities, and just I think had I had someone in my shoes that I could have reached out to as becoming a brand new mom, especially as I was going back to work after maternity leave, and saying, it's okay to kind of have to be both. They're not mutually exclusive. You can still love your career and do a good job while you're at work, and try not to feel too guilty that you're not, at home with your little one, and vice versa. So. And also realizing you just don't have time to do it all, and figuring where your priorities lie. And if it's not with your career, for those few years that you really have to devote to being a mom, I think that just it would have been nice to have someone to sort of walk me through that at the time, because I didn't really realize that I saw them as two different things, and you could just kind of compartmentalize, but that's impossible.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know some of the moms out there who have young kids the age of yours, can appreciate having that conversation and being a part of this event, and just hearing that from other women. I think what's really exciting about this space is that we have 4 co-hosts, and these women, you will all just absolutely adore them. They're each individually experiencing motherhood in their own unique ways. And that's what I love about this platform in general, is the diversity that you will see. And Nikki's experience is going to be very different than Narrate or Jess or Ashley, because their kids are at different ages. They have different, they're different genders. They have different home experiences and a different kind of village that supports them. So I think, and all of them are working in some capacity. And so I think there's a lot of really rich conversations and really honest conversations that will happen on Thursday. And I am just so thrilled that Nikki is going to be leading this discussion, because I know that some of the things you've experienced will really be helpful for other women at the event too. So,
yeah, and I hope that the event brings an opportunity for those who are attending to really open up themselves as well. I know we have a couple activities planned that will offer an opportunity for a little bit of participation, if that's something that anyone is comfortable with, or it might just incite some ideas to think about at the close of the event. So hopefully it won't be all one-sided. Hopefully it'll be really interactive, and everyone will walk away with something to think about.
Yeah. And that's one of the things we've been talking a lot about throughout the year, is the co-hosts who come along have their own lived experiences, right? But at the end of the day, these topics are so vulnerable and so personal that we are not the experts of each other's lives. We can only share what we've experienced, and hopefully through hearing each other's experiences, we can glean some light or some reflection on our own. And so we really do hope that we try and make time. It's always challenging because there's so much to talk about, but we try and make time for some open discussion and hopefully hearing from the other women as well. So, but only if it's what you feel comfortable doing. So we are really excited about this Thursday. And one last question I have for you, Nikki, is women are so busy, and especially moms. Moms are so busy. And we know you're busy, and we know you probably have a lot of things on your calendar this week. And, maybe share with our audience why choose this event.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting you say that because I made a comment too earlier today when we were chatting. I said, I'm really glad that you made the event from 7 to 9 because bath time is over at 7. Bed usually starts around 7. And I cherish those hours between getting off of work and, finishing out the day with Poppy. So I was happy to see this didn't infringe on any of that. So kind of to that note is I think the reason it would be worthwhile for anyone to attend is it'll be a place where at least myself and the other 3 co-hosts will create a space of vulnerability and a space of sharing. And I think oftentimes, even if you're not open to wanting to share your own story, hearing other people's stories can make you just feel more human and make you realize that what you're going through is probably very, very common. And so hopefully you can connect with one of the narratives that we're discussing on Thursday night.
Yeah. Yes, I couldn't have said it better. That's one of the many reasons why this platform exists is, to create community and for us not to feel so alone. And that can be many topics and many aspects of our lives, but motherhood for women is definitely one of those spaces that it's nice to be able to lean on other women and glean some wisdom. So I'm thrilled and I'm super excited about Thursday. And I'm super excited that you're playing with our platform. So thank you, Nikki, so much for leading this discussion. And for all of you out there, we really do hope that you join us. So again, it's this Thursday, so you literally have 3 days to register, but we do promise you a very loving and judgment-free space where we can have some really wonderful dialogue about what it's like to be a mother. So please do join us this Thursday, November 11th from 7 to 9 p.m. And we'll put all the information in the link so that you can register there. So we hope to see you. And thank you again, Miss Nikki. I'll see you on Thursday.
Hope to see you there.
Bye.